The 2025 Ascot Gold Cup stands as the ultimate test of stamina in flat racing. A true Group 1 battleground demanding class, courage, and endurance. In this video, we break down the top 25 contenders with a sharp, data-driven lens, covering pedigree, past performance, and early market odds. Whether you're a racing purist or an industry insider, this is your essential guide to the stayer showdown of the season. Who's built for glory and who's just along for the ride? Let's find out. Kicking off our countdown of the top 25 contenders for the Ascot Gold Cup 2025, we begin with Daishin Pisces, a seasoned 7-year-old bay stallion who brings an international flair to this prestigious stayers contest. Sired by American-bred Majestic Warrior and out of the Japanese mare Daishin Candy by Agnes Tachyon, this globe-trotting campaigner has made his mark in the Japanese racing circuit. With a career record of 3 wins and 8 places from 27 starts, Daishin Pisces holds a modest 11% win rate, a figure that underscores his consistency more than dominance. Trained by H. Mori and having partnered with jockeys of international repute, including Ryan Moore and Yuichi Fukunaga, he recently earned a listed race runner-up finish, showcasing late career resurgence. Despite this, the considerable leap from domestic Japanese competition to elite European Group 1 stayers races over 2 miles and 4 furlongs remains daunting. The contrast in track surfaces, pace dynamics, and tactical depth of European staying races could pose insurmountable hurdles. His earnings, totaling over 109 million yen, indicate experience and durability, but not necessarily the class to compete at this elite level. Priced as a long shot at 100-1, Daishin Pisces remains an intriguing outsider. Landing at number 24, we have Constitution Hill, an undisputed titan of the national hunt scene who briefly flirted with a flat racing venture, including potential entry in the Ascot Gold Cup 2025. Sired by Brueghel and out of Queen of the Stage by King's Theatre, this 8-year-old gelding is a jumps racing legend, having amassed a flawless string of 8 Grade 1 victories over hurdles. Trained by the legendary Nicky Henderson and often ridden by Nico de Boinville, his reputation in the jumps world is unmatched. However, the dream of a historic crossover to the flat was short-lived. Following a spring campaign marred by setbacks and a pair of untimely falls, his connections announced his withdrawal from the Gold Cup, instead opting for a recovery-focused summer. While his brilliant turn of foot and stamina suggested he might have adapted well to the demands of the 2-mile 4 furlongs marathon, the physical toll and recent disappointments made the risk too great. Previously priced at 34, his odds and analysis are now academic. Holding firm at number 23 is Figning Madness, a lightly raced 4-year-old chestnut gelding with promising potential but significant hurdles ahead. A son of Ulysses out of Dance the Dream by Sir Percy, this Ralph Beckett-trained colt enters the Gold Cup picture with an encouraging, if limited, resume. His record stands at 2 wins from 6 starts, a solid 33.5% strike rate, but all of his victories have come at lower grades. Nevertheless, his recent performances in 2025 include a pair of 4th-place finishes in Group 3 company, hinting at underlying class and stamina that may mature with distance and experience. With earnings of £17,280 and a total rules prize haul of £31,000, he's more speculative than seasoned. Ridden by the capable hands of Hector Crouch and R. Kingscote, Figning Madness will be tested like never before over Ascot's punishing 2-mile 4 furlong trip. The pedigree supports staying power, but the leap from mid-tier races to Group 1 warfare against Europe's finest stayers is steep. Offered at 100-1, he's priced to surprise, not to dominate. Still, for punters chasing a shocker or romantics rooting for a rising star, Figning Madness provides just enough intrigue to justify a second glance. At number 22, the resilient Divine Comedy steps into the Gold Cup spotlight as one of the more enigmatic entries on our Ascot Gold Cup 2025 radar. A 7-year-old bay mare sired by Le Havre out of Epic Emirates, with elite bloodlines tracing back to Dubawi. She brings experience and tenacity to the staying division. With 6 wins, 3 seconds, and 6 thirds from 25 flat starts, her 24% win rate demonstrates consistent competitiveness, particularly in middle-distance handicaps and listed contests. While she lacks Group 1 exposure, her campaign under the guidance of Harry Eustace reflects clever placement and steady development. She has carved out over a quarter of her runs in the money and represents one of the few mares daring to tackle the brutal stamina test of the Gold Cup. Her odds of 100 to 1 reflect the uphill battle she faces, but her mix of toughness and class makes her a fascinating outsider. Taking the 21st spot in our countdown for the Ascot Gold Cup 2025, we meet Oxford, a 4-year-old chestnut filly bred for stamina but still searching for elite-level validation. She is the daughter of Nathaniel, famed for siring staying champions, and out of Abilene by the German stayer Samu. From 6 career starts, Oxford, has managed 3 wins and 1/3, showing a solid 50% strike rate, but all victories have come in modest company. Her notable wins include races at Pontefract 2 miles 2 furlongs on heavy ground, Doncaster, and Salisbury. Yet none of those triumphs came in black type or group races. This filly has never won beyond Class 2, and her only 2 starts in stakes company ended without a placing. Trained by Ralph Beckett and ridden by Hector Crouch, Ryan, and Mikhail Barcelona, her earnings total just under £24,000, reflecting her limited exposure to high-level competition. The Ascot Gold Cup, contested over a grueling 2 miles and 4 furlongs, will represent a colossal jump in class, pace, and stamina demands. While her pedigree suggests staying prowess, her current form gives little reason to back her against seasoned Group 1 stayers. At early odds of 66 to 1, she remains a hopeful outsider, needing significant progression. Slotting in at number 20 is the experienced campaigner Passion and Glory, a 9-year-old bay gelding whose stamina and globe-trotting resume give him a fighting chance in the Ascot Gold Cup 2025. Bred by Cape Cross out of Potent Embrace by Street Cry, he boasts a rich pedigree full of distance influences. With 8 wins, 3 seconds, and 5/3 from 36 career starts, he's built a solid 22.5% win rate over a range of distances and surfaces. Passion and Glory has competed with distinction from Goodwood to Maidan, recently finishing 4th behind Dubai Future in a Group 2 event in the UAE. While that performance underscores his toughness, it also highlights the reality that he may fall just shy of the elite required for Gold Cup success. Trained by Saeed bin Sarur and previously ridden by Oisin Murphy, Danny Tudhope, and Dylan McMonagle, he remains a respected but aging presence in the field. With over £518,000 in rules earnings, his class and durability are unquestioned, but time may be catching up to him. At 9 years old, improvement is unlikely, making him more of a place hopeful than a serious win threat. With odds of 66 to 1, he's a long-shot warrior returning for one final tilt at greatness, hoping that experience and heart can carry him further than raw talent alone. Claiming the 19th position on our 2025 Ascot Gold Cup rankings is the unexposed and somewhat enigmatic filly Rouge, a 4-year-old chestnut daughter of Lope, De Vega, and Screen Star by Tobug. With only 6 races under her belt, she has recorded just 1 win, 1 second, and 2/3, for a modest 17% win rate. Her sole victory came on an all-weather surface, raising questions about her adaptability to demanding turf routes like the one at Ascot. Notably, she is winless from 4 attempts on flat turf, a concerning stat heading into one of the longest and most testing races in the European calendar. Trained by the astute Sir Mark Prescott BT, her campaign has yet to suggest any real affinity for extreme distances or group-level competition. Her earnings of just over £25,000 further underline her inexperience at the highest level. A big step up in trip could unlock stamina hidden in her pedigree, but as of now, she enters the Gold Cup as an outsider with plenty to prove. Given her early odds of 50 to 1, she's priced more for potential than past performance. At number 18, we find Berdett Road, a dual-code warrior bringing grit, versatility, and a touch of class to the 2025 Ascot Gold Cup discussion. This 5-year-old bay gelding is by Muharrar out of Diamond Bangle, a daughter of the legendary Galileo, giving him a fascinating blend of speed and stamina in his blood. Berdett Road boasts an impressive 7 wins, 5 seconds, and 2/3 from 23 starts under rules, translating to a 30% win rate. He has flourished in both flat and jumps racing, with 3 wins from 7 hurdle attempts, showcasing his stamina and courage. His flat record includes 4 wins from 16 tries, though his 6th place finish behind Kyprios in a Group 2 at Ascot in 2024 is the performance that thrust him into the Gold Cup conversation. Trained by James Owen and partnered with jump jockeys like Harry Cobden and Davies, Berdett Road is built for endurance. His earnings total nearly £371,000, reinforcing his class and consistency across both codes. The key question remains whether he can match the pace and polish of flat exclusive stayers over the daunting 2 miles 4 furlongs trip. At odds of 50-1, he's a sleeper pick with a proven engine and a competitive fire. At number 17 in our Ascot Gold Cup 2025 rankings, we find Continuous, a 5-year-old bay stallion sired by Japan's stamina-rich Heart's Cry and Out of Fluff, a daughter of Galileo. This dual-influence pedigree screams staying power, and he proved it with a thrilling win in the 2023 Betfred St. Leger Stakes G1, a true test of stamina over 1 mile, 6.5 furlongs, with 5 wins, 1 second, and 3/3 from 16 starts. Continuous sports a 31% win rate and career earnings exceeding $1.6 million. However, his recent form casts a shadow over his current ability. Unplaced efforts, 9th of 10 at Meydan and 10th of 11 at Ascot, suggest he may not be in top shape or that the step up to 2 mile 4 furlong in the Gold Cup stretches him beyond his limit. Still, with Aidan O'Brien at the helm and riders like Ryan Moore and C. Sumayon in his corner, any return to peak form could make him a dark horse threat. But at 50-1, bookmakers are clearly wary of his recent slump. Number 16 on our 2025 Gold Cup list is Nyer, a 7-year-old bay gelding bred by Dubawi out of Bright Beacon. Herself a daughter of German champion Manduro. His 24-start resume includes 5 wins, 4 seconds, and 2/3, for a win rate of just over 20%. While he hasn't yet broken through in Group 1 company, finishing second to Dubai Future in a maiden G2 and 5th behind Kyprios at Ascot indicate he's not far off the best. The intriguing angle heading into the Gold Cup is his 2024 mid-season trainer switch to Tom Clover, a move that could either spark improvement or signal regression. Much will depend on how well he has settled into new surroundings. With Luke Morris typically aboard, Nyer will need every ounce of grit and timing to make his mark. His career earnings total over £575,000, proof of consistency, if not dominance. Still, the extreme test at Ascot could suit him well if the pace plays to his grinding style. Priced at 40-1, he's a legitimate wildcard, whose ceiling depends on whether Clover can unlock a new gear in him. Coltrane, ranked 15th, brings a blend of class, courage, and consistency to the 2025 Gold Cup field. Now 8 years old, this master craftsman gelding out of Promise Me by Monju has made 28 starts, notching 9 wins and 8 seconds. Good for a 29% strike rate. A defining moment came in the 2023 Group 2 Lonsdale Cup, where he impressively beat Courage Monomy, a past Gold Cup winner. Trained by Andrew Boulding, Coltrane has danced every major dance, including a strong third behind Kyprios at Longchamp in 2024. Yet, there's a sense that his best may be behind him. At 8, the edge may be softening, though his veteran savvy could still earn a place in the money. Ridden by top jockeys Oisin Murphy and Tom Marquand, he boasts total earnings nearing £950,000, making him one of the most battle-hardened stayers in the field. At 40-1, Coltrane may not be the most fashionable pick, but his determination, experience, and proven record in deep waters earn him respect. Ranked 14th is Wonder Legend, a 5-year-old gelding by See the Stars out of Sea of Wonders, a daughter of Fastnet Rock. His record is an efficient 5 wins, 3 seconds, and 1/3 from 13 starts, giving him a 38% win rate, one of the strongest strike rates in this year's field. The bulk of his success, however, comes on all-weather surfaces, where he's scored 4 wins from 10 starts, with just 1 win from 3 starts on turf. A major question looms: can he translate that synthetic success to the demanding, stamina-draining Ascot turf? Trained by James Ferguson and partnered with respected jockeys Daniel Muscat, Holly Doyle, and Benoit de la Sayette, Wonder Legend has racked up over £136,000 in career earnings. He's on the ascent and may still be improving, but this will be his first major examination at Group 1 level on grass. The talent is there, but the surface switch and extreme distance remain unknowns. Priced at 25-1, he's one of the more intriguing boom or bust contenders in this Gold Cup. Sober checks in at number 13 on our 2025 Ascot Gold Cup list. A 6-year-old Camelot gelding out of Burma Sea by Lope de Vega. With 7 wins from 20 starts, 35% win rate, he's a capable dual-purpose performer and comes into this race fresh off a hurdles victory in May 2025, showcasing fitness and form. A key change in his career trajectory occurred in April 2025 when he joined the powerful Willie Mullins stable, which is known for transforming dual-code runners into high-class stayers on the flat. While his flat group form is mixed, the raw ability is there. His career earnings exceed £307,000, and he has been ridden by top names like Paul Townend, Maxime Guyon, and Tony Pouchin. At 33-1, he represents value if Mullins can work his magic. He's yet to prove himself in the elite 2 miles 4 furlongs bracket, but with the right setup, Sober could surprise punters in a race often shaped by stamina and timing. Ranked 12th is a name synonymous with stamina, Trusan. The 9-year-old planteur gelding out of Shaolin has been a Group 1 staying titan, with 16 wins, 6 seconds, and 3/3 from 33 starts, resulting in a near 50% win rate. His CV includes triumphs in the Goodwood Cup, Prix du Cadran, and other premier long-distance events, mostly when the going gets soft. His dependency on deep ground is both his strength and limitation. He thrives in the mud, but struggles on firmer footing. His recent form has dipped slightly, with placings of 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, suggesting age may finally be catching up. Still trained by Alan King and expertly piloted by Holly Doyle, Trusan brings in over £2 million in earnings. At 33-1, he's no longer the favorite but should never be underestimated, especially if the Ascot turf turns soggy. At number 11, Candelari enters as one of the most unexposed and intriguing runners in the Ascot Gold Cup 2025. A 4-year-old by the legendary Frankel and out of Kandara by Barathia, his 4-race career has yielded 3 wins and 1/3, a lofty 75% win rate. All 3 wins came on all-weather surfaces, making his turf ability a big unknown. His lone grass outing saw him finish 3rd in a Group 3, which hints at potential but doesn't guarantee success over 2.5 miles on turf. Trained by the respected F.H. Grafford and partnered with top jockey Mikhail Barcelona, he has early odds of 16-1. With modest earnings just above £46,000, Candelari enters this race as a possible breakout star. If he handles the distance and surface, his class could carry him into contention, but there are still many questions to answer. Absorte takes the 10th spot, offering proven ability, flexibility, and flair. This 7-year-old Fastnet Rock gelding out of Incroyable by Singspiel has a healthy 7 wins, 6 seconds, and 4/3 from 25 starts, a 28% win rate. He's a rare dual-purpose performer, having won the 2024 County Hurdle and placed 5th in the Melbourne Cup, where he was reportedly impeded, suggesting a higher finish was within reach. Known for his calm, held-up style and finishing burst, Absorte is always traveling strongly, making him dangerous when the pace collapses late. Trained by Willie Mullins and ridden by Danny Tudhope, his career earnings exceed £772,000, a testament to his consistency at elite levels. Priced at 25-1, he represents a live outsider who could capitalize if the race unfolds in his favor. Don't be shocked if Absorte surges into the frame at big odds. At number 9, we feature Tower of London, a 5-year-old Galileo colt out of Dialafara by Annabah. With 6 wins and 1 second from 13 starts, 46% win rate. This Aidan O'Brien trainee stamped himself as a legitimate stayer in 2024 with Group 2 wins over 1 mile, 6 furlong, and 2 miles. Although he was 5th on reappearance over a shorter trip, the Ballydoyle camp remains upbeat. O'Brien reports he's in great shape and plenty forward. That stable confidence, especially from a trainer who's won the Gold Cup multiple times, can't be overlooked. Usually ridden by Ryan Moore and occasionally by Wayne Lorden, he brings tactical class and strong staying bloodlines into play. With over £1.8 million in earnings, Tower of London has the credentials and connections to mount a serious challenge. His early odds of 21 make him a dangerous dark horse, especially if he gets the trip on firm footing. Veteran stayer Dubai Future lands at number 8, boasting a long and lucrative career. The 9-year-old son of Dubawi and Anjaz has a record of 9 wins, 7 seconds, and 3/3 from 32 starts, 28% win rate. His 2025 season is off to a roaring start with victories in both the Dubai Gold Cup and Nad Al Sheba Trophy, confirming his 2-mile credentials. A past winner of the Wolferton Stakes at Royal Ascot 2022, he has experience and form at the course. Trained by Saeed bin Saror and partnered with riders like Silvestre de Souza and Danny Tudhope, Dubai Future is flourishing late in his career. With career earnings over £1.7 million, he brings consistency, staying power, and course familiarity. At 20-1, he is flying under the radar. But don't be shocked if this Dubai warrior lands another blow on the big stage. Ranked 7th is Sevena's Knight, a beautifully bred 5-year-old by Camelot out of Sevena, herself a Galileo mare. He owns a 5.33 record from 19 starts, reflecting a steady 26% win rate, and has repeatedly hit the board in Group 1 and Group 3 company. While a Group 1 win still eludes him, he's shaped like one who thrives the farther they go, and a searching test like the Ascot Gold Cup could unlock that final gear. Trained by Andre Faber, one of Europe's most astute conditioners, and ridden by Anthony Puchin and Michael Barcelona, Sevena's Knight enters with earnings of £442,000. With solid placings and proven staying power, he's a logical each-way selection at 16-1. If the race turns into a stamina slog, he'll be one of the last still galloping. At number 6, we find the 2023 Ascot Gold Cup hero, Courage Monomy. A 6-year-old son of Frankel out of Crimson Ribbon by Lemon Drop Kid, he boasts an outstanding record. 4 wins and 1 second from just 6 career starts. A 67% win rate. His win in last year's Gold Cup was a defining moment, cementing his class, composure, and ability to stay every yard of the demanding 2-mile 4-furlong trip. Though he was beaten by Coltrane in the Lonsdale Cup, connections at John and Thady Gosden's yard have opted to send him straight to Royal Ascot, bypassing a prep to keep him fresh. With past riders Lanfranco Dettori and Rab Havlin, and over £426,000 in earnings, this proven stayer will arrive primed. Early odds of 12-1 offer strong value on a horse that knows how to win at the highest level on the big day. Coming in at number 5 is Trwlerman, a 7-year-old golden horn gelding out of Tide Spring by Monson. With 7 wins, 1 second, and 5/3 from 19 starts, he holds a solid 37% win rate under rules. A standout moment came in the 2023 Long Distance Cup, where he defeated Kyprios in a career-best effort at Ascot. He followed that up with a runner-up finish in the 2024 Gold Cup, further cementing his elite stayer credentials. However, Trwlerman is highly ground-dependent, with multiple connections stating he's not suited to firm ground and can hang under pressure on quick surfaces. Trained by John and Thady Gosden and ridden by William Buick, Kieran Schumark, and Lanfranco Dettori, he brings experience and class, but may need soft ground to show his best. With over £1 million in total earnings, his odds of 10-1 reflect both potential and risk. At number 4 is Jan Brueghel, a 4-year-old son of Galileo out of Devoted to You by Danehill Dancer, boasting 4 wins and 1 second from just 5 starts. A remarkable 80% win rate. Trained by Aidan O'Brien, he made headlines with a dominant win in the 2024 Group 1 St. Leger, showcasing stamina and class over 1 mile 6.5 furlongs. Though his unbeaten run ended in April 2025, his earlier victories came with ease, particularly when allowed to dictate from the front. Observers note he enjoys being ridden very positively and did just enough when allowed to control the race, but he's looked less straightforward when challenged for the lead, hinting at tactical vulnerability in bigger fields. With Ryan Moore and Sean Levy among his partners and over £1.1 million in combined earnings, he's a major contender if he gets his own way. Early odds of 5-1 reflect both brilliance and unpredictability. Ranking 3rd is Sweet William, a 6-year-old See the Stars gelding out of Gale Force by Scirocco. His flat turf record of 5.54 from 14 starts gives him a strong 36% win rate, but more importantly, he's a model of consistency in top staying company. In 2024, he finished 2nd to Kyprios in the Goodwood Cup, 3rd in the Gold Cup, and runner-up again in the Long Distance Cup, all over extreme trips. He also captured a Group 2 win over 2 miles 2 furlongs, proving he can get the distance and handle deep fields. Trained by John and Thady Gosden and regularly partnered with Robert Havlin, Sweet William has amassed £717,000 in flat turf earnings. He's battle-tested, genuine, and always gives his running, which makes him a reliable each-way option in any ground. Odds of 6.50 are fair value for a stayer who rarely runs a bad race at the top level. Taking the runner-up spot, now elevated to the top contender following Kyprios' recent retirement, is Illinois, a 4-year-old Galileo colt out of Danidrop by Danehill. who is rapidly emerging as Kyprios's biggest threat. With 3 wins and 4 places from 9 starts, his 33% win rate under rules is underpinned by class and potential, not quantity. He captured the 2024 Queen's Vase at Royal Ascot, showing both course form and stamina, before adding a Group 2 win in Paris. A gallant second in the St. Leger, just behind Jan Brueghel, confirmed his staying power. Trainer Aidan O'Brien is confident, noting he handles a dig in the ground, and that stepping up in trip is the plan, with the Gold Cup clearly in mind. His even fast-paced profile from Ascot shows versatility. He can race handy or settle, with Ryan Moore as his primary jockey and £229,000 in earnings. Illinois is peaking at the right time. His early odds of 2.88 reflect both market confidence and high connections intent to dethrone the reigning champion. Classic winners Illinois and Jan Brueghel bring exciting potential to stretch out in trip, while ground conditions could be the wild card, giving horses like Trwlerman and Trusan a possible edge if the going turns soft. This race truly rewards stamina, class, and experience, making it one of flat racing's most thrilling tests. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more expert insights and race previews.